Who are you? What's that from? Oh, it's all gay. Why is it gay? Did I fix it? I think I fixed it. Okay. Right. First things first. 3 minutes of a monkey playing piano. While I get ready. Where are we? Who are you? Is that from Willow? Willow! Yeah, watch Willow again. Mad Mortigan! Man, Val Kilmer was amazing in that movie. Fucking Mad Mortigan was such a cool character. Uh, 3 minutes of a monkey playing piano. What are you gay? Says the fag. What are you gay? Oh, hold on. We have a monkey. We have a monkey playing piano audibly, but not visually. Tip the monkey so he doesn't go hungry. Charge your chin. Right. Right. Greetings, brothers and sisters of the Japonoid clan. I hope you are aware. Tip the monkey so he doesn't go hungry. Pay for painting goo so your ancestors don't rook upon you with great shame. Okay, where are we? First things first. Orientation. Right. I must orientate the goo. Scrape away old goo so that new goo can be placed Nugu sounds like a bad guy from an anime. See, Joe Rogan's like fucking freaking out. I was watching Too Lazy to Try. Joe Rogan's like, oh my god, this is so bad. Ugh. I'd say him and I'd put good money on him and Alex. What's that fat pig called? Jones, Alex Jones. I'd put good. I'd put like €100 on Joe Rogan and Alex Jones, knowing full well the whole fucking time what's going on. This persona, this masquerade, this faux shock that I can sense in them. Well, mainly Joe, because I haven't seen anything about Alex, and I don't watch Joe, so I've just seen the Too Lazy to Try thing. But fuck me, that was funny. Just watching Joe kind of freak out. You can tell he's freaking out, like, partly in a genuine sense, because he's scared. But there's no way they didn't know. There's no way. You don't get paid that much money, and you don't get into those positions, and you don't get to sit down with those people and talk to people like that. Without knowing full well, like, you don't keep gates like that and not know what's going on behind them. I am expecting greatness today. Expect all you like. Greatness shall be, or it shall not be. Are you well, Emmanuel? Pedogate was pretty much stopped by Alex Bones. Listener shooting a computer. Yeah, I don't trust the meatball. Yeah, like, fuck it. What happened? Nothing happened. I was just catching. I'm always like a few days behind on things typically. Repeat yourself, please. I missed it. So I was. There's a guy called Too Lazy to Try. Literally the number 2, Too Lazy to Try. And he basically is just like a, what would you call it? A social commentator. You know, there's lots of them these days. Like Asmongold is basically a social commentator now. But I suppose anybody that streams regularly, even myself, you know, like I'm kind of a social commentator for this small group of our teeny tiny clan of Japanites. But yeah, Joe Rogan's currently no, there is some genuine panic coming out of him, you can tell, because of the Epstein file stuff coming out and all, and loads of the people that have been on his show over the last few years are associated with Epstein, I don't fucking care. Epstein, fucking and then I didn't see anything, but apparently Alex Jones is freaking out as well. And Too Lazy to Try said he was on the verge of tears or whatever. Like, honestly, I think the whole thing, the past week, is it 2 weeks now since they came out or whatever? The past week or so has just been hilarious because, like, you know, people like us, we've been like watching Owen for fucking years, and then before that, we were like watching other like truther stuff, you know, in quotes, and conspiracy stuff and all, like, and we're basically waiting for like the mainstream to like catch up because like our little like runoff stream is like way up the mountain. And like while everybody like either panics or pretends to panic or like, oh, I didn't know, oh god, it's so horrible and all, like we're all kind of like, we're like truther hipsters, you know, more of an antisocial commentator, honestly. Me? Like, I fucking... Oh, that's very true. That's very, very true. Like, I don't, I like that. Like I just said, like I'm always catching up on things. Like I show up, I do my stream, and then I fuck off and do my own thing. Like, you know, I'm feeling good today. I just did a workout right before the stream, basically. So I'm a bit sweaty. But I need to I need to have a shower after this. They fucking cut me water off last night, and I came back at like fucking 12:30 today while I was making myself a bit of late breakfast. I live in the middle of a fucking town. They cut the fucking water off, like. Anyway, but yeah, like you don't get to keep gates like the gates that Joe and Alex keep without knowing what goes on behind the gates. I could just see, like obviously I don't know, but like this is just what I think. I think when both of them respectively in their own, lives got to the stage where they had such a huge following that they were starting to impact the zeitgeist, that the Men in Black show up and they have a chat with you, and I can just see Alex and Joe just being like terrified, and fucking I could just see them being terrified and folding and being like, yeah, I'll do whatever, I'll keep my mouth shut or whatever. And in the case of Joe, I'd say he like wanted to, because I remember him saying stuff years ago where he was like, didn't he say he'd sell his grandmother or something to know if aliens are real and shit like that? So there, like, I would put, like I said, I'd put good money on the two of them, knowing full well that all of this stuff was coming, and now they're like, pretending not, like, kind of pretending, not pretending to freak out. It's like, the whole world's a stage and all that kind of thing. Like I'd say part of them is freaking out because, like I said, they're like, it's not that they're the baby eaters, but they're taking money from the baby eaters in exchange for keeping their mouth shut, for keeping the gate. So when people find out that, if I'm right, when people find out that Joe Rogan and Alex Jones and maybe even somebody like Anomaly, I would probably put 50 quid on Anomaly, like, not being a gatekeeper. But like, I don't know, there's something really like too nice about that guy. People who are too nice make me feel weird. But maybe that's just because I'm like half demon or some shit. I don't fucking know. I got that giant's blood in me. I'm part Nephilim. Explains the red hair. Although I could just be part Jewish, and that explains the red hair. But then they could be part Nephilim, which explains all the demon shit. So, who knows? Great expectations. Expect to be disappointed. Right. I'm still in the orientation phase. How far do I have to go back for you to see everything? Okay. I want you to be able to see everything. Everything. Right. There's a certain combination of stool height, and orientation of the camera. I think I'm hitting a happy medium here. You're only missing like the tippy top and the bitty bottom. So okay. Toe is afraid of being stubbed. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. That's kind of where I'm coming from. Like, Joe is afraid that because he knew and was being paid, probably, allegedly, this is just my thoughts. I don't have any evidence of any of this. But I can imagine one of the reasons why the Spotify deal happened, or like why he's getting access to these people and stuff over the last few years, is to keep his fucking mouth shut, and I can imagine Joe being like in a room with the Men in Black, being like, yeah, okay, right, fucking you put me on that square on the board, and I'll keep my mouth shut. Yeah, no worries. And then it comes down the pipe that some of the files are going to get released, and he's like, yeah, okay, whatever, yeah, it shouldn't, I'm sure that'll go fine and all. And then everyone starts freaking out, and things are getting really bad, because people already thought Joe was like an absolute sellout faggot, Um, so I can't imagine he's quite scared right now. I can imagine he's quite scared because he's probably like, oh shit, like, you know, if people pull a whole French Revolution thing and start killing rich people who had anything to do with this shit, so be busted. Um, because part of me sees that happening, like, do you know what I mean? Because like you're not going to get any justice in quotes from the government because the government is the one allowing all this to happen and engaging in it. So you're not going to get any actual justice. So people are going to fucking start like just tearing the place down, like lighting everything on fire, shooting people at random. You know, like uh, there's probably going to be more people like that. Fucking was it Luigi Mangione or whatever his fucking name was, where he shot that CEO of that medical company. There's going to be more of that, and this snake is going to start eating itself. Well, they'll start paying assassins and mercenaries and mobs to kill their competition and like drive the attention away from themselves and towards lower rungs of the pyramid. You know, they'll be like, okay, well, if I feed, like, they start feeding each other to the mob, you know, to keep themselves alive. Um, on the verge of tears, as opposed to being a blubbering mess pleading to Netanyahu. Please, please don't take my money away, please. Um, that's not sweat on the meatball, it's tears. Yeah, I'd say it's a combination of both with both of them. I'd say Rogan and Alex Jones are like sweating and crying right now for various reasons. Like, imagine being them. Like, do you know what I mean? The sheer panic that sets in. Like, you know, uh, I think it's actually very serious for everybody. Yeah, no. Obviously, it's tragic and it's dark and it's all these things. Like, especially for people who like thought all of this stuff was just woo woo conspiracy stuff for, you know, up until this point. Like, I'd say it's very jarring for a lot of, you know, your average people who still watch the news and read the newspapers and stuff like that. But as far as I'm concerned, the reality is that this has always been the reality. You know, it just happens in cycles where, like, you know, empires rise and fall, corruption spreads and then gets annihilated. Like, it's just, it's always been this way. We don't like the only thing that's different between now and times before is like the aesthetic, in my opinion. Like, I think we had, as a species, like, I think humans, I think this place has had many iterations of what we would call technology. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I spoke about this a few weeks ago where like you see these like mad fucking clips from inside pyramids and stuff like that where they like shine a light on a wall at a particular angle and it like casts a hologram because the whole wall is made out of like this particular form of like crystal or quartz or some shit. Like, it's like there's many ways to skin a cat, you know? And just because we have iPhones and curved 50-inch Samsung LED fucking TVs and rockets that can land backwards and all this fucking shit, like, you know, weapons of destruction that are like horrifying, like drones and stuff like that. Like, that doesn't mean that there wasn't a point in history where something like similar or better or more terrifying or more efficient or more powerful, like one of the things I spoke about before was like, what if the whole fucking you know, like the ancient world with all the star forts and all these cathedrals, and they talk about these like alchemical capsules being removed from the cathedrals that used to like hold this like red mercury liquid or whatever, and like the resonance of the building and the bells and the organs and the shapes in the fucking stained glass and all, and the shape of the building itself um charged that liquid, and that liquid provided like some sort of energy source, and there was like a network all over the fucking realm, and it was all like good, beautiful and true. And like, what if an entire civilization that spanned the entire known realm was just wiped out in an instant of a blinding flash of light because of some kind of like circuit breaker problem? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you have an energy source that is spreading far and wide, and it's very stable and it's very, very powerful. Well, if you were wicked people, you would cause it to short circuit in such a way that the whole thing would just go bang or flash. Like you would supercharge one location to overload the motherboard kind of thing. And part of me thinks that could explain why a lot of people think that the moon is like a hologram of the surface of the realm, where like we've all seen those pictures of the known realm that we have presented to us with the continents can be superimposed onto the surface of the moon, and then like the it's like, well, what's the rest of it then, and part of me thinks that like the way old school photos used to work, where they used to burn like, what was it, phosphorus or magnesium or something, and it used to go boom, and you'd get a black and white photo or that kind of sepia look or whatever. I think this wasn't the sepia effect due to the liquid that they dipped the photo in afterwards. I'm not sure, but I think it's possible that one of the previous civilizations, that was the cataclysm that ended them, and they were all just like bang, wiped out in an instant, or most of them anyway. Maybe some of them were underground because they knew this was coming or some shit like that. Like maybe the wicked ones went underground because they knew that they were going to pull this off, and all the good people were just like raptured in an instant, essentially. And like from their perspective, that's probably what some of them thought happened. Maybe like, oh my God, we're going home. God has arrived. Time. And like then the realm is now ruled by a lot of wicked people. But I think you could, if you like the same way those cameras work, would kind of make sense, wasn't it? If like there's like a realm wide flash, it like burned an image of the realm onto the firmament, and that's what the moon is. Now, obviously, that doesn't explain why the moon gives off a septic light, but maybe it does. Maybe it actually kind of burned kind of a hole in the firmament, and that's how you have the two polarizing points. Like the fucking this is obviously all just speculation. I'm just using my imagination. But there's a lot of that stuff that feels true to me, and makes a lot of sense in certain instances. Where obviously some of it just sounds cool, and I'm probably completely fucking wrong for all sorts of engineering, alchemical, and physics reasons. But I'd much rather speculate and have fun imagining and make up my own narrative than waste my energy getting involved in other people's narrative, typically when those narratives are only designed to suck my energy in the first place, or brainwash me, or indoctrinate me, or any of these things. I'd rather make up my own, and then keep learning along the way and just keep adding to it and removing and shit like that, So basically, long-winded fucking response to Emmanuel saying it's very serious for everybody. It's not that serious for me, and it shouldn't be for you. Don't sure, take it seriously. It's obviously a fucking tragically horrific thing, but like I said, it's always been like this. They've always been sacrificing babies. They've always been torturing people, and they're anti-life. They're fucking wicked people. They're demons in human form. They're vessels for the damned. It's always been like this. And the biggest trick that the devil ever, pulled off was convincing people that he didn't exist, and that applies very well to the, last 200 odd years that we've been alive because of our, muddled history and the insane propaganda, 2 world wars that butchered millions of really honorable, strong, good men, all this shit, all that shit is just mass sacrifice to some kind of fucking bank, which is ultimately mass sacrifice to some kind of illegitimate god. All it is idol worship and fucking death cult shit. So it's as serious as you want it to be. Do you know what I mean? It's if you're truly a Christian, because I know lots of I know you're a Christian, Emmanuel. Then it's not your responsibility. You can't do anything about it. The only thing you can do is be the best person you can be in your personal life. Be good, be true, be beautiful, speak the truth. You know? To a point. I mean, like, fucking. I have recently, very recently, learned a very harsh lesson that the only time I should be this candid is pretty much on this stream, because I autistically have tried to be me in public, and that's foolish of me, at least for now, because I don't have the power to survive that. I'm too dependent on others for various things, and it's irresponsible of me to just speak what I believe to be the truth all the time, because I'm surrounded by, thankfully not to a big degree, you know, if I was to count them out, I've got more people who agree with me than disagree with me. The amount of wicked, indoctrinated, sick, mentally ill people that I have to interact with, or I am choosing to interact with at the moment, is very small, which, you know, is a blessing. But I have to, like your man Alan said, I have to, at least to a degree, hide my power, which was a difficult one for me to swallow, because, like I said, like, maybe maybe it's not an autistic thing. I kind of just say that because it's like a colloquial term or whatever like that. Like, but I foolishly thought that it's almost it's a stubborn adherence to my own maybe self-righteousness or something, where I'm like, well, if you're to be good, true, and beautiful, shouldn't you be like that all the time and all? Like, and it's like, actually, no, that's not wise. The wise thing to do is to do it very carefully, because, you know, as the Christians would say, truth is a sword. You know, when you're wielding a sword everywhere, people will see you as an enemy. And I can't afford to have enemies right now. I'm not self-sufficient enough to be able to. I'll end up doing damage to other people in my life, not just me. And other people in my life will be used against me. So, and I didn't think that far. I didn't ponder that. And if I did, I thought it didn't matter. I thought the thing that truly mattered was, like, no, just, like, speak the truth all the time. But speaking truth to demons is a waste of breath. So, like, it is what it is. It is what it is. These psychopaths will burn the world before they give up their position. Yeah, well, they can't burn the world. You know, they could try, but they'll fail. They will definitely try. Like, I've said that before. Like, you know, when I went to that civic revolution thing and all, like, there's a lot of people who naively think that they can start using lawfare to defeat these people. Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's benefits to it. Use all the tools in your toolbox to your advantage. Sure, why not? Like, you know, but to think that you can just, like, beat them at their own game, like, this is their game. You know, we're in their game, and they don't care about rules. It's a game. It's a game predicated on power, not rules. It's a game predicated on just raw violence and power and fear. It's got nothing to do with honor and, like, coherence and shit like that. Like, so to think that, like to a point, you can defeat them in the courts. You can defeat them with rhetoric. You can defeat them with comedy. You can defeat them with dialectics. You can defeat them with faith. You can do all that to a point. But there will come a point where they go, fuck, we're losing, like Emmanuel just said, they'll go, fuck, we're losing. And they'll get desperate. And then when they get desperate, like I said a few minutes ago, they'll start throwing each other off the boat to make room. They'll start like hoarding their gold and they'll start panicking. Some of them will flee. But some of them will get vicious. Some of them will get like look at your one Pam, what's her name? Pam Bondi. Look at that flying cunt in a fucking, what was that? Like some kind of like congressional hearing or so? I don't know the terminology, but it's like a very serious lawful / political interview of like, okay, what the fuck is going on with the Epstein files? And that whore sat there and just behaved like a childish narcissist and deflected, and it's like, like the memes are hilarious, so like, and that's just her, like she's just a pawn, like she's harmless, so imagine what the ones higher up the fucking pyramid of corruption will do when they start realizing that, the masses, as they would call them, the goyim, are starting to cop on and starting to rebel. Like they're gonna put boots on the ground. They're gonna pay desperate, stupid, brainwashed people. They're gonna pay other side. Like there's people out there who would love a paycheck to just start shooting civilians. There's power hungry, wicked people out there, so they will start paying people to just start fucking people up, so that the dragon can keep its gold, and that's where I'm kind of like, I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but I see that's how, I see it going that way, where the more people pull their kids out of school and start homeschooling, the more people develop their own businesses on the internet, the more they'll clamp down on the internet, the more it's a push and a pull, a push and a pull, and a push and a pull, the yin and the yang and all, and they're going to get to a point where they can't use deception anymore. So they have to just break psychopathically and go, okay, we're just going to start killing people now. And that's when we'll have to actively defend ourselves violently, and that again has always been the case. Like the Christians talk about that being the case with the Muslims. The Muslims were butchering people left, right, and center all over the place for hundreds of years, claiming that, Muhammad was the latest prophet and all this shit and blah, blah. And from what I've heard, it's a Saturnian cult. They pray, in Mecca, they fucking kiss a giant black cube. The signs are there that Islam is a satanic death cult at its core. That's not to say that all Muslims are, Satanists, not at all. It's the same with the Jews. It's not like all Jews are a part of a satanic death cult. But when you investigate the whole Sabbatean Frankist shit, where they have that doctrine, or they call themselves the Donma. And it's that makes a lot of sense. They are the wolf in sheep's clothing. They pretend to be what they are not, so they can get into positions of power and pervert things from the inside. And that's why I always say, for people on our side of the arena, when they're like, oh, well, we need to change the system from within. It's you can't. The system is inherently the system is them. They are the system. At least now. Do you know what I mean? You can't play their game and expect to win, because their game is made up of rules that they make. If you start winning, if you start using your logos and your skill and your God-given ability and stuff like that, and you start winning, they will move the goalposts. They will make it possible for them to win again, and you'll be sitting there kicking the fucking stones on the ground being like, that's not fair. Yes, it's not fair. It's obvious. That's why I respect Owen so much, is because he went to the root of the problem logically. I was like, okay, don't play the game, make your own game, pull back. It's the same with Tom Barnett and stuff like that, and Chris Gardner, where it's stop giving them your energy, keep your energy, and become as powerful as you can be in your local vicinity and go from there. That's all you can do. Create your own systems, create your own games. That's the only really that's the only way we get through this is by being local, being good, true, and beautiful, speaking the truth to a point, but it's like it is tragic. It's very frustrating and it is tragic to watch all these people who mean well. And I get that. I'm working through my savior complex as we speak. And it's like that's what it is. It's like, unfortunately, even people like me who can say a lot of very true shit, and I'm willing to balls to the wall it, and I don't care about being in front of people and all, and I'm not afraid of mobs. It's like, go fuck yourself, whatever. It doesn't work. And I've had to just bite my tongue and admit that lately, where it's like that's probably why I'm so exhausted the past few years, is because I keep just banging my head against this thing that is I'm just allowing the parasite to suck off me in a different way. People who are just becoming aware of certain things that we've all been aware of for 9-10 years at this stage. I'm still suffering from a similar problem, not the same problem, but a similar problem, where I'm just getting fed upon by a different demon. I'm allowing myself to, I'm giving my energy to a different parasite, to a different pendulum, to a different cosmic Leviathan-esque entity, because I have raised my awareness to such a degree that now I have different problems. One of them being that survivor's guilt savior complex of trying to not woke rape people, because I learned that long ago, where it's there's no point in saying certain things to certain people. But I was adamant to just be me, because it's well, you're not going to stop me from being me, and they can right now, because I'm not powerful enough. I'm not powerful enough to stand on my own. I don't have my own land. I don't have this. I have I literally have a landlord. I am financially dependent on my fucking fiance. I'm not in a power position. And I didn't think I had to be in a power position, because I thought people like us, our power came from being good, true, and beautiful. But that's not true in a sense. It is true, but for people like me that are in a position where I'm not self-sufficient, or I don't have enough material resources to risk things being taken from me, and don't get me wrong, there's still a part of me that's but I could just be like Jesus and fuck, but I'm not Jesus, at least not that I'm aware of. There's a part of me that thinks that I could just fuck it, if I need to fast for 40 days, I'll fucking fast for 40 days. It's that would put an insane amount of stress and pressure on my loved ones. And that's not fair, so I've had to reassess my own behavior yet again, But that, if anything, that just kind of reinforces my faith. Because it's another level of oh, okay, yeah, I am a good person, because I have the capacity to go, oh shit, I'm fucking up, okay. And then I literally I apologized to God. I was I'm sorry, I've been a fucking idiot, and I need help. And 10 years ago I wouldn't have done that. Yeah, Anomaly seems legit. Yeah, he doesn't seem bad or on but he's I don't know. That's probably a me thing, where people who are really sweet and nice, I'm ugh. But that's probably a me thing. I'd be genuinely shocked if Anomaly is caught up in that. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's I don't really get shocked by anything now. I get frustrated, I get annoyed. but I don't necessarily get shocked. Tactfulness is paramount for people like us. Yeah, I haven't been doing that at all. I haven't been doing that at all. And I'm blessed to have people like I'm blessed to have people around me now in the community that have been like, you know, you need to like pull it back. You need to rein it in a little, like, because you're just making yourself a target. But there's a part of me when I hear that, I'm like, I don't care. I don't mind being a target. Like, fucking come on, bitch. You know, like, because like I don't have the problem anymore of like, you know, these people aren't my friends. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the ones that would see me as a target, I just be like, fucking come on, like, you know, like, I don't give a fuck about you, demon. Um, but yeah, it's not about me. Like, it's not about like my pride in my pride in my fearlessness. You know, my pride in my courage or something like that. Like, where I'm like, fuck you, people, bunch of cowards. I'll fucking take them on. Like, do you know what I mean? And then it's like, well, it's not gonna do anything. You know, like, and yeah, it has. It's been like the last like few days. Like, it's really sank in, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll just I'll just focus on getting jacked and, like, you know, trying to get off fucking smoking and coffee and getting back into doing my symmetricals, like banging one out once a week or whatever like that. And like, you know, I've like I've kind of gone off the like I'm not kind of I have in ways gone off the rails the last like year or so. Um, which explains a lot, you know. It explains a lot. It shows in the streams. I'd like, you know, I'm still me, but I'm like tired and erratic, and like some of the streams are still great, but like a lot of the streams are just me bitching, you know. So I need to change that. Hiding power is like sheathing your sword, which is the true definition of meekness. Yeah, keeping it sheathed when, like, yeah, instead of just waving it about wantonly. Yeah, I like that's yeah. I'm learning that right now. And yeah, like it was kind of a. I was like, fuck, you know, yeah, because I was like, I didn't think I was doing that. I genuinely thought I was doing the right thing by like by showing other people in my vicinity that it's okay to be like this. Like, that's what I thought I was doing. I thought I was like, because I wasn't like, I suppose I was kind of forcing it on people by just projecting it. Like, you know, I thought by projecting that frequency openly and unashamedly, that people would be like, he's right, which they have been. Loads of people have been, like, do you know what I mean? But it has a, you know, it had to the yin there is a yang, or whatever, which one is which. Like, the positive effect it has also has a negative effect, and the negative effect doesn't just affect me. So that makes me irresponsible, especially in the position that I'm in. So I have been irresponsible in that regard, and I've had to accept that, and like that made me very, very, very frustrated and angry and sad. Because like I was like, fuck. Like, I was just lying in bed. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, shit. Like, be ye as innocent as doves and as wise as serpents. Yeah, 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 yeah. I get it. Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, I get, like I've said this before. I give Christians a lot of shit, but it's their religion. It's the church. It's not the gospel and the sayings of Jesus, like, you know, because it's not like I've read all of it. Like, there's a lot of it. Like, you know, I try to just like listen to it. I try to listen to it, and I've been listening to it more and more. Like, you know, because like the way I see it is just the wise teachings of, you know, a good wizard, you know, like that was alive a long time ago. And whether it was like a Shakespeare job and like he wasn't actually a real dude and it was like an amalgamation or whatever like that, because it was all written after the fact, like, doesn't matter. what matters is the data. What matters is the message. That's what matters. Like, and that's why I'm like, even though I don't call myself a Christian, I'm like, I'm I'm very appreciative of the information, and I do take it on, and I'm like, well, there's a lot of sense in that. There's a lot of wisdom in that. I get that and all, and that's what I do with all religions. That's what I do with all of these ways of being. Where it's like there is good stuff in all of them, because as far as I'm concerned, they all come from an original source, like all of them. So that's how I see it. That's how I operate. Is like I just absorb it. Um, and it is like it's stuff like like what Emmanuel just said there. It's like, be like a dove, but like be like a serpent. It's like I've made it blatantly obvious that I'm like it's not that I've called anybody out, like, directly and confronted them or whatever like that, like, but I've made it blatantly obvious that I'm not one of them. like like I may as well have a big sign, big neon fucking like beep beep heretic 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 like, oh, but that's what, like, I could be so retarded, like, do you know what I mean? Because like like it was like I said recently, like I have that berserker energy where I'm like, point me in the direction of the enemy, like, do you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm all up for like defending my kin and shit, and I hate seeing the ones I love being like sad and upset or being harmed or like being like preyed upon or whatever like that, like. And that's why I struggled so much when I was younger, with like when the people I loved started like turning on me because their ego couldn't handle simple truths. I was like, fuck, how do I deal with this? Like, I'm not getting into a fucking street fight in my house. I know that means it's not a street, but it basically is. Like, do you know what I mean? There's no like, there's no rules. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and I didn't, because they would go there in my home, like, because I would never do that to somebody else. Anybody I called a friend, I would never like physically, I wouldn't threaten them like that in their own home. Like, do you know what I mean? Because I have a sense of honor and I'm not an asshole. like, but when they did it to me, I was like very conflicted. Obviously, part of me wanted to swing and see what happened. But then another part of me was like, no, the best thing to do is to just distance yourself from these people. Like, which did turn out to be the right thing to do. It was like, no, just, you're not welcome here anymore. And even that was extremely difficult for me to do. Cutting people off from you that, for the most part, like, you love like brothers and sisters, is like not easy. Like, um, the best way forward with these people is stoic reserve in public. Yeah, you're right. Number go up, you anti-Semitic Jew. You can accuse evil of being many things, but never irrational. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? And that's why, like, when I go to these like meetings, these like civic revolution things or something, anything similar to them, like, I always have a moment where I'm like, oh, you people are all the same. You think you can just like take them on with your sense of justice, and it's like, that's not how these demons operate. Like, they don't believe in any of the shit you believe in. Like, don't squander time, though. God will provide the minimum. Yeah, like, I haven't squandered my time, for the most part. In small ways, I have squandered my time because I've spent a lot of time pondering shit, which is, I don't know if that's squandering my time, because I do have a lot of like things to consider and work through. Um, but yeah, I have like, there has been days, especially the past year, where like I have kind of just moped about and been like, oh, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like, where am I going wrong? Like, some like things were working and now they're not working. So like, what's happening? What am I not doing? What am I doing, or what am I not doing that's causing this like uh conflict in me, and as a result conflict in my relationship and conflict in my life, and all these things and all, like, and I think I'm getting through it now. I could be wrong, but like, I feel a bit lighter the past few days because now I know where I stand, and I didn't like before. I said that, like, I've been saying that a lot lately, where I was like, I feel like I'm in limbo. I don't feel like I'm in limbo anymore. Don't be me. Don't sit without a brush or a book. Um, yeah, I haven't done that. I'm usually, if I don't, if like I meditate, uh, I work out, and like, even though I haven't been working out lately, I've been doing a lot more sketching again, um, and absorbing a lot of information. I go through periods of time like that where I just like do qigong with like the laptop on in the background, and I just absorb information, and that gives me like more resolution of the map. Where I'm like, oh, okay, so that's why these guys do this, and that explains this and this. Oh, all right, so I should like. It allows me to orientate my internal compass when it's like being erratic sometimes. Like, I suspect that most of my messages aren't showing up. I'm spitting wisdom, and Defender isn't telling people how brilliant I am. You're just behind. It's probably your shitty internet or something. Like, I've literally read all of your fucking. I know I can rant for like half an hour and then catch up on chat. You think you'd be used to it by now? As nice as it would be to have everyone on your level, some of them are still in the tutorial. Well, like, yeah, I knew that. Um, but what I was struggling with was just waving the truth around. Like, Dick Ford said there, like, I just had my sword out all the time. I was like, you do fucking you, and like, even though it didn't feel like that, I didn't think I was doing that, but I was. I was just waving the truth in people's face. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just had a neon sign on my shoulders above my head, being like, you fucking like, I hate demons. I hate demons. Like, fucking and that, like, yeah, I'm being a retard. Like, I'm being a retard in that sense. Like in that sense, I was naive. You know, when I sit down and I look at these people who think that lawfare is going to save the world, I'm like, that's naive. I was being naive in my own way. I was being naive that you could just like walk around with my sword out, like, and demons wouldn't like openly just go him, like enemy, like. So I've been working through that the past like few days, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But anyway, I'll considering I'm nearly at an hour already, I'll do the phrase of the day, and then we'll get back to this. This is nearly finished now. I think it looks better now. It's more full, like me. Like, maybe I'll probably get to the point where I need to completely empty my cup again. Like, do you know what I mean? I can see that coming. Where like my cup has now been filled with a bit more like wisdom, and I'm like, sustenance, satisfaction, catharsis. Like, and then I'll get a few more months, and I'll be like, oh fuck. um, right, I'm a fry a burger. You do that, Emmanuel. You eat that patty. Right. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this actually. Yeah. I can't remember where we left off before. I think we were nearly at the end of this. Jesus, there's 55 songs on this one. To piss or not to piss? That is the question. Oh man, some of the fucking songs, the names are hilarious. Um, I'm feeling metal today. I'm feeling metal today. I'm charged today. So let's stick on some goo metal. The ever honorable Sabaru-sama has provided us with much metal. So let's use that. Oh fuck yeah! Sorry, I completely forgot you made new shit. Yeah, I'll stick that on. Let's stick on the new stuff. Let's stick on the new stuff. I completely forgot you made new shit. I have kind of like the past 48 hours. You guys have probably noticed I've just like totally dipped out because I needed to like center myself and contemplate things. But I'm back and I feel good. That is very chill. Right. The fuck's got on? Right, let me see. Finished detailing him. He's pretty much done. I just need to put the like little plasma stuff on their mandibles. Do a bit more work on these. The hive is pretty much done. I was gonna stick teeth on it though, wasn't I? Yeah. We'll see how we go. How's the phone doing? I have the phone plugged in because it was nearly dead. Grand, yeah, it's charging. Perfect. Yeah, cool. Alright. Right, I'll stick some teeth on this thing. And I'll finish detailing the spiders. And then I think this one's done. So I'll use the small one. I'll use the skinny bitch.
perfect pressure.
That is indeed very chill, Stabber Osama. Oh, I said I'd do the phrase before I fucking kicked off the stuff, actually. Hold on. Today's phrase is hilarious. Where is it? I laughed out loud when I read today's phrase. Fucking gas. Right. With the help of my feathery friend, Tobias Speakus Croas, I shall announce today's phrase of the day. Oh. Oh. Sumimasen. With the ding of my tiny donga, with its mighty songa, I send cleansing vibrations through the interwebs to cleanse you filthy mortars of your dirty, filthy chi, and allow it to flow freely, as I announce today's phrase of the day. The reason why women take such hot showers is to prepare them for when they go to hell. I was making food when I read that, and I fucking burst out laughing. The reason why women take such hot showers is to prepare them for when they go to hell. Like, oh, that's fucking hilarious. Right, today's bonus Polak joke. Why is Polish yogurt not as popular as Greek yogurt? Some speculate that it's too thin to be considered yogurt. Others suggest it's because it's extracted from bulls instead of cows. Like I responded to Demon Hunter Bear, I just said, oh, Jesus, because that is a combination of kind of funny, but mostly disturbing and disgusting. This concludes today's phrase of the day and bonus Polak joke. Right, return to the goo. Depends on what kind of hell you're talking about, but yeah, I know. Greetings, Fenora-sama, and welcome to Paintingu. I hope you're aware. I have to message you later, by the way. I had a meeting with Lucy, so I'll talk to you about that later. Japanite Kran, welcome Fenora-sama to Paintingu. Salutations.
I've polished up the mahogany and I've dusted off the glass, waiting for a miracle of science to finally come to pass.
Yeah, she's up north. Yeah, she's still Irish, still one of us. Right, let's get some teeth on the alien vagina. It is a she. Yeah. More Irish than your ma. Yeah, most definitely, probably. Ooh, fixes hair and wipes nose. She's too young for you. Northern Ireland. I hope all is well in that contested territory. Am I the only one? No, there's actually a growing amount of females that watch Painting now. Snowy was here yesterday. The one who made the chicken. You're in competition with Margie, but she's a bit wrinkly. Or crinkly. Yeah, we have an old lady from. Is she from Tennessee? Is it? Yeah. And then there's Wendy. And then there's my female, my missus. Demon Hunter's missus has made an appearance a few times. Juju from France. It's all contested until it is not. Prepare yourselves. My granny is called Margie. Oh, no way! Your granny's called Margie. That's hilarious. Be warned, she has a shot. She has many guns and whips. Elders first. Oh, good with me. Yeah, I was about to, and that's the least of her arsenal. She's got rifles, shotguns, like whips. If things got desperate, she'd probably use one of her gourds. One of these days, I'll have to see who is more well armed, myself or Margie. You're probably more armed when it comes to guns. You said whips twice now. Yeah, because I think she actually has like a whip, and then I think she has horse whips. I could be wrong. I'm wondering about you. Yeah, I like whips. I'm allowed to like whips. I'm not the only one. Sure, who doesn't have a whip? Lots of people. Lots of people don't have whips. Unless you're talking... Unless whips are cars to you. Are you black and you didn't tell me? Whips keep the rabble in line. I don't want to know those people. Yes. I had a feeling us gingers tend to have like a secret blackness to us. I mean, we all know I'm half nigger.
One shelf at a time. Whose magnets reach the roof? Architecture size. We're building a tower of cedar and stone to carry the weight of the sound. The kingdom of frequencies standing alone, 6 feet above the cold ground.
Black on the inside like a true ninja. I'm feeling confident this painting won't change now, so have me named the Writ of Brew Buggers. I don't know, yeah. Viagmites. Let me think. So we've basically established that this thing is actually a mighty bitey that has consumed so much sentimental stuff from humans that it has evolved into its final form and now is like birthing these mechanical monstrosities. Mischievous mechanical monstrosities. Well, murderous mechanical monstrosities. Murder mites! What do we think of Murder Mites? Ninja, please. Is that how you request a ninja? I'll have a ninja, please. Like Libby's, little blue buggers like mushrooms spread everywhere. Libby's. It's too benign. Although you could argue it's like deceptive in its origin. Like, gotta watch out for those Libbies. You don't realize how dangerous they are. Libby's just sounds like a pet name for liberals. Okay, I think we've got enough teeth. And I'll just try and... I'll have to layer them a few times. Arachnobots. That's not bad. I was literally at the same time. But you couldn't spell it. Wisdom in the cute but deadly. That's why I like it. Can never have too many teeth. I don't think that's true. Like, look at the English. Oh shit, no. Fuck that up. Right. Ask sharks. It's like, that's a utilitarian thing. They're designed like that. I always thought that was really cool, the way they just have rows and rows and rows, like. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had a shark tooth necklace. How about bitty bites? I like murder mites, but they're spiders, so... Nah, gay! Ah, Grifu-sama! Is bitty bitey's gay, or are you talking about shark tooth necklaces?
Just the white hot center of burning. Where did I go?
The shark tooth necklace I had, I spent like so many days in school just like fucking carving chunks out of the tables. I'd just be sitting there in class just like taking chunks out of the table. Oh, we had a bear tooth one. Nice. Gotta earn the tooth. I was a child and it was a gift. But part of me agrees with you, yeah. I would love to go spear a shark, take its teeth as a prize. There's like, obviously I love animals, but part of me likes the whole trophy hunter shit. But I wouldn't want to do it with guns. I'd be like bow or spear. Like spearing a lion or a bison. That's some man shit right there. Like, I was also like 13 when I had mine. I think I was younger. I was still in primary school when I had mine. It was a gift from a friend of my father. I was obsessed with it. It was only a wee one. I think it was like from a bull shark or some shit. Like, it's tiny. Could have been from a nurse shark even. Like, it was only a wee one. Still need a name for the spiders. Ah, Pruno-sama! Welcome. How's it been your end of the island with the rain and all? It's still been raining here. The place is still flooded here. Is it the same for you? How's work been? Libby's, dude, it's not getting better. Nah. Not feeling it. Your confidence is admirable, but Libby's. I mean, don't get me wrong. It kind of works with the whole liberal, like they're a liberal horde. It's not cool enough. It needs to be either hilarious or cool. I'm not looking for cute. Even if there is a good analogy for liberal shit there, like. Mechanical plasma spitting spiders emerging from an organic bioweapon creature representing wanton destruction. Like, they don't build anything, they just destroy everything. Wokabots. Arachnobots is like okay, but it's a bit hacky. It sounds like something like Marvel would have come up with, like, you know, back in the beginning, like. Sunny as fuck here today. It was really nice here today as well. It was like really sunny and blue skies with some clouds and stuff, but there was a fucking biting cold wind, like. It was funny, when I was looking at my phone, it was like, it is currently 5 degrees Celsius, but it feels like -4. The wind was like freezing cold. Arachnobots wins if nothing else comes up. You can't make that claim. Give me something better. It also works because the best mushrooms in Ireland are Liberty Caps. Yeah, but they've got nothing to do with mushrooms. Keep up, woman! Um, just call them spits. Yeah. It's not bad. Doesn't really tell you anything about them, though.
Green line on the glass, dancing to a rhythm pulse.
They're blue, plasma,
Perfect sine wave curve.
maybe something to do with azure. They emerge from, like, I don't know,
Line on the glass tonight. Green line on the glass. Green
if they were spiders with tits, that would work. Spiders with tits. Spits. That's fucking hilarious. Oh god. Mechanical plasma spitting spiders emerging from an organic bioweapon creature. MPSSEFA. Oh, fuck. How German of you. Like, it's like, just name them what they are. Mechanical plasma spitting spiders emerging from an organic bioweapon creature. Oh, that's hilarious. They spread everywhere, spores, like mushrooms. Sure, mushrooms can be one of the most deadly beings when they want to be. They're not actively destructive, though, you know? I just call them blue bastards. Yeah, like blue bastard. Emmanuel hit the name on the fuck. I literally spat me coffee out there. Just call them blue bastards. Dude, that works because they don't have a father. You know? They just like they're just made from like a hive thing, like. I like blue bastards. Depends on the day. Oh, blue bastards is hilarious. I love that energy. just call them blue bastard. Dried up a bit here, defender. Good. About fucking time. Loads of the fields around here are still flooded. Every time I go up to the hills and have a look around, loads of the farmers' fields are still flooded to fuck. Still raining here every, like, at least once a day we still get rain. Like, proper fucking, for a few hours, like. Blue bastards for the win. Yeah, blue bastards, that definitely takes it. Excellent work, Emmanuel. Just call them blue bastards. Oh, fuck.
Soft as skin, deep as sin, slow as dying.
You're a funny fucker, boss. That was hilarious. Just call them blue bastards. Perfect. I got new pruning shears, Japanese steel. Ooh, I'll send some pics later in chat. Total Fed posting. My witticisms win the internet yet again. Oh, excellent job, brother. I think the next cylinder has landed from the War of the Realms and it's full of blue bastards. I'm sick of these motherfucking blue bastards. On this motherfucking... What did you call it? Giant alien vagina? Like... Oh, fuck me, that's funny. Need to put the mandibles on this one. I miss the Boobot, to be honest. The Boobot? What are you talking about?
20,000 hearts beating through the inner ear. Tinnitus of stars. Hearing what is gone, the frequency of a ghost, searching for the hearing the light and the static, the gold at the end of the line.
For the Yanks in the room, boo is Irish for yellow. That doesn't sound right.
I can hear 3
What's it? Bon is white, Darrig is red, Gorham is blue, Dove is black, Bon Darrig is pink. Fuck, what's yellow?
I can hear the air.
You might be. I don't think it's boo.
I can hear the dust. It's too clear.
Bwee. That's, yeah. I knew it wasn't boo. It's not fucking boo though. Yeah, it's bwee. Yeah.
Gold at the end of the way.
Mechanisch Plasmaspekundespinnen, die aus einer organischen Biowaffen-Creature hergeweckt von 1.0. Oh man, I love German. Fucking hell. Deine mechanisch Plasma-Spogendespinnen, die aus einer organischen Biowaffen-Creature hergewecken. 1. What's 0? 0 or some shit like. Yeah, like Dini Gorham. Yeah, I always thought that was so funny. Like, blue people? Not fucking blue. Like,
I can hear everything.
I always thought that was hilarious. Black people in Irish is Dini Gorma. Ja zero is null. Ah, you see how I knew that? Yeah. It's a genius who can spell a word 3 different ways and still get his point across. I wouldn't be surprised if boo is yellow in some language. It still fascinates me how like Shinné in Oscuelga, like in Irish, is that's it. Shinné, is that it? That's it. And it can mean like that is it, as in like stop, or Shinné, as in like you can point at something and be like Shinné on show is like that is it there or whatever. But then in Japanese it's like Shinné is like die or end or like kill and shit. Like so it's like really similar. Like boo is yellow because when you're scared you piss yourself. Makes sense.
Bleeding through the circuit board. Two souls become one. Filters start to fail. Crossover is open wide. Gravity.
Like a yellow belly. It all makes sense. You yellow? Are you yellow? When the sophistry flows. What's sophistry again? That's like... Is that like individual subjective knowledge? Or... I can't remember the definition of sophistry. Somebody's a sophist. Solving the great questions up in here. Always. Always. I mean, the start of the stream was me ranting for 50 minutes. Gelb means yellow in German. Even colours sound serious in their language. Gelb! Like... Oh, I fucking love Germans. They're amazing. The twisting of the truth to end up in a falsehood. Oh, yeah. Dankeschön. Dankeschön. So essentially, that's what the whole woke mind virus is just sophistry. The twisting of the truth to end up at a falsehood. So the entire woke movement is just sophistry. Sounds like I timed it well. Impeccable time. We are so intelligent on this stream. Sometimes. Every single one of us is retarded. We're all retarded in our own little way, like. But yeah, some of the, like, most of the shit that we discuss on this stream is very meta and esoteric. And it's not just because of me, you know. Emmanuel's very intelligent. Stabaru Sama's very intelligent. Desmondu Sama's very intelligent. Margie's very wise, you know. Very wise old lady. Dick Ford's wit bear, yeah, he's quite intelligent. I said most of the bears are fairly high IQ. But you see, I don't know how to measure my own intellect. And I know I can like everyone, you know, I can have like blind spots and be like really retarded about certain things. I know I can be very like cognitive maybe, or like not necessarily cerebral. Like I sound like a fucking combination of what would you call it, like uneducated and unenlightened, but then educated and enlightened. I repeat myself a lot. I would describe myself as probably more like intuitively intelligent, but I'm not very like I'm creative, which I suppose is a form of intelligence. Like I'm terrible at like maths and arithmetic and stuff. Like terrible at maths. I'm visually intelligent. I'm audibly quite retarded. At least for the moment, anyway. I really need to get myself a guitar. I can feel it. Brain tingles. Depends on how much sleep or how much caffeine I've had. Yeah, tell me about it. Fucking tell me about it. Like, oh man, I feel so retarded some days. Like, and immense waves of immaturity hitting me all at once. Yeah, like I'm like I project a childlike wisdom. Like 1 minute I sound like I'm wise beyond my years, and then the next minute I sound like a fucking 14-year-old. Like I'm such a polarized individual. Like it's a venture into novel serendipity every day. Our epiphanies are legendary. I think if I trust Emmanuel, if Emmanuel thinks that, then I trust him. It's like I said before, is that I like being around people that I can tell are like more intelligent than me. Emmanuel is definitely more intelligent than me in various ways. Yeah, that's one of the, the whole IQ thing in a sense is a lot of bollocks, like, because there's different forms of intelligence. Children are the wisest of us, totally unfiltered intuition. I think that's why I don't think you caught the start of the stream where I was going on a rant. But I think that's probably one of the reasons why I suffered the past year with how would you describe it? Like, how would you describe what I was talking? How would you summarize what I was talking about at the start of the stream, where I was like wantonly I wasn't hiding my power. I was stubbornly like just being truthful all the time, regardless of the situation or the people involved. I was being like irresponsibly true. Like, I know stuff, but wisdom escapes me. I live in a garden shed, for fuck's sake. Yeah, but like, I feel the same. I've said that before, where I'm like, if I was really intelligent, I'd be able to make money. That kind of thing. You know? Like, if I was really intelligent, as far as I'm concerned, I would consider myself very intelligent if I was able to, like, uh, alchemize my creative abilities into, like, a vast empire of financial success. You know? And maybe I will one day. Like, I'm still learning and shit, like, but, that's why that's why I would call myself fucking retarded half the time, because I'm like, no, if I was really intelligent, I'd know how to, like, make money. I'm shit at making money. You know? I'm good with people. I'm, like, fucking good at this shit, and I'm very, like, manually skilled, like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm good at martial arts, I'm good at fucking carpentry, I'm good at, like, all these very physical things, but I'm not very good at, like, certain cerebral things, you know? And I would admit that it's probably laziness. Because if I applied myself in trying to learn how to be more financially literate, the only thing stopping me from doing that is I find it incredibly boring. That's not intelligence so much as where is your attention. Plenty of rich idiots. Yeah. You're a heuristic achiever. What's that now? You're a heuristic achiever? That sounds very esoteric, Emmanuel. Good enough. Heuristic means you learn from hands-on experience rather than academics. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I used to call myself a mimic because, like, if I witness something being done, I can, like, do it immediately. Pretty much, unless there's, like, you know, unless it's very complex. But even then, it would only take me like a few tries or something. Like, I'm like. Cause that's one of the ways I learned how to, like, do art, was I just copied stuff. I would just look at something and replicate it, you know? So yeah, you're definitely right there, like. I thought you meant hairy for a sec there. He is hairy though, isn't he? Orange too. Oh, that's hilarious. Hirasute. You trying to speak Japanese, or is that what a heuristic person is? Is a hirasute or hirasute? Very hairy beeries. Alright, what the fuck? Just because I can't spell Arachnobot doesn't make me not intelligent. Did I not mention Printer Bear didn't get mentioned in the list of intelligent people. So it's just like, hold on a minute. Sorry, nigga. Oh, that's amazing. I don't think I mentioned Griff either, did I? Oh, fuck. I am not the arbiter of who is intelligent, you know? Should know that.
Watching the heart of the engine in jagged and beautiful peaks. The ghost of a digital tension is finally starting to speak. See the light, feel the heat, touch the motion. The waveform as deep as the ocean. Tracking the pulse.
It means extremely hairy. Dough, something not said, not good. You am smart, printer. Trying to reassure a nigga.
Ghost of a
IR.
is finally starting.
Me brain very big. Like one of the orcs from 40k, like I got the biggest brains.
Witness the wave. Witness the wave.
I'm just some retard listening in. All these big words are making my head totter. The brain movies I'm seeing while listening to this stream are making my eyes sore. Like, more brains, more DACA. Oh, fuck. I got the biggest head jelly. Oh, I'm out of coffee. Fuck. Only smart people can read this out quickly. I too fall for few king we thought. I too fall for king we thought. What the fuck?
Large comb, paper skin.
Ugh. See, I'm not that smart.
Where the depths begin.
What's that simple Jack line? Fucking
The heat, the 12-inch.
oh, something to do with make his eyes rain. Like it's like I see you in my head movies, makes my eyes rain. Like I think you have a fine brain, Jack. My head movies make my eyes rain. Simple Jack. Oh man, I need to watch Tropic Thunder again. Like, who's this? We are Flaming Dragon. Okay, Flaming Dragon. Fuckface. Like, you're gonna have to get a motherfucking binding resolution. I will massacre you. Fucks the phone away. Find out who that was. That's one of my favorite Tom Cruise roles of all time. It's so good. Big dick. Swinging past your knees. G5, baby. Like, I fucking love it.
Sonnet blend.
I don't care what anyone says. Tom Cruise is a fucking For a small dude, he's a fucking animal. Like, was Tom Cruise mentioned in the Epstein files? I haven't heard anything about Tom Cruise. Dude's a fucking badass. It was all of his own stunts. I wonder, like, I would love if somebody somewhere knew if, like, when was it Family Guy or something, like remember there was like Tom Cruise running from his gay thoughts and shit, like, and then South Park took the piss out of him. Like, if Tom Cruise saw those and laughed, legend. I'd love to know if he laughed at those things. Like, one of the funniest things I've ever seen was that thing in South Park where he's in the closet and Nicole Kidman comes in. She's like, Tom, it's Nicole. And like, you just hear him going, hi, Nicole. I fucking fell around laughing at it. Oh, some of the South Park stuff is fucking so funny, like.
I am the rhythm, I am the clarity, wired together in the same circuitry.
Oh man. What message got retracted? Or retracted or deleted? He's the kind of guy who will get away at the last second in the zombie apocalypse, you know. Well, Tom Cruise? Oh man, like, I really like the Mission Impossible movies are fucking, like, just great action movies. And then when I saw him in Tropic Thunder, I was just like, what a legend. Well, because I remember the moment where I was watching Tropic Thunder, I was like, oh my god, is that Tom Cruise? I remember the moment, I was like, fuck off, that's Tom Cruise. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, excuse me. Fucking Matthew McConaughey was brilliant in that movie as well. That movie is hysterical. Yeah, Tropic Thunder is so good. So fucking good, like. The fucking booty sweat. The fucking your man's like energy drink. Like, it's a fucking booty sweat. Jesus Christ. What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? It's just full of bangers, like when Ben Stiller's character is convinced that it's all fake and he's just holding up Steve Coogan's head on the fucking bayonet on the end of his rifle. It's just starch and corn syrup, guys. It's just blood flavored starch corn syrup. Oh man, so funny. I killed one. You killed a hooker. No, I killed a panda. Like, so funny. It was a line from Land of the Lost. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, the one that got retracted was a line from The Land of the Lost. No, sorry, Bear. Like, they get close enough to him to realise he has no brain. Zombies like to eat brains, but don't pump to shit. That would be hilarious if you, like, if you could do that with loads of people, like, you know, just like, they seem to be immune to the zombie infection. Wonder why, like, it turns out it's because they're fucking retarded. You just have, like, like, they just switch directions. Like, they get within 6 feet and can't smell any brains. So they just go around you like. Oh man. Oh fuck. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. When they're doing the trailers, all the movies at the start, and the one with Tobey Maguire and fucking Kirk Lazarus or whatever his name is, and it's called Satan's Alley. I've been a bad, bad boy, father. Oh man. Oh fuck. So good, like. Satan's Alley. Oh fucking hell. Give me that map! Fuck you! Not gonna lie, I'm literally going to rewatch Tropic Thunder right now. It's fucking one of the best. It's the last really funny movie that was made in the past like 15 years or something. Yeah, when they're dunking him in the water and he's like, cut! Cut! It's like in character the whole time. He thinks the whole thing is a movie. That's so fucking funny. Cut! Cut! Oh man, right at the end, when he's like running over the bridge and like the little Asian kid like jumps on his back and starts stabbing him with the little wooden doll, and he just yeets him off the bridge. The kid just like starfishes like. Oh man. Like my cheeks are hurting just from like recalling the movie. That's how funny it is, like. Oh fuck, it's so funny. Feels very true to life. Like Truman Show, can't decide which one is deeper. Well, Truman Show is deeper. Giggity. Truman Show is like more esoteric, for sure. But Tropic Thunder is just fucking so funny, like. But also has a lot of truth in it. But that's like, you know, there's truth in comedy. That's what makes shit funny, is how true it is, like. That's what it is. It's so funny. When Matthew McConaughey comes running out of the jungle at the end with the TiVo thing, he's like, my boy wants a TiVo! My friend gets a TiVo! And chucks the suitcase, the Interceptor RPG, you know, like. That's fucking like. Matthew McConaughey slayed that. Like, they all of them slayed their parts so well in that movie, like. So fucking good, like. Like, Robert Downey Jr. in particular, like. I'm a land farmer, motherfuckers! Even the kid, the leader of the Flaming Dragons, like the kid, he's like fucking amazing, like. Oh god. Like literally the only one that I look at now, like I can't stand Jack Black. I cannot stand Jack Black. I find him like repulsive, just idiotic and detestable. And he, like, you know, some parts of it, like some of the parts he had in that movie, like made me like piss myself laughing. I want to bite its hide. I want to wear its stomach skin as a unitard. Fucking brilliant. Like, um, oh god, is it though? Um, yeah, I think Truman Show is more esoteric, less funny. Because Truman Show is not even that funny. It's kind of like a dark humor to it. Truman Show is very, 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 very esoteric, especially if you know about esoteric shit and all the symbolism and stuff. Like Old World Florida's breakdown of the Truman Show is very, very good. And then Owen did a breakdown as well, didn't he? There's literally like there's esoteric symbolism in like almost every fucking frame of the Truman Show, and Tropic Thunder is just fucking hilarious, but does have various true things in it, specifically to do with Hollywood. Like Truman Show is like esoterically true to like life itself, you know, whereas like Tropic Thunder is just very uh not even esoteric. Like Tropic Thunder is just like it's just a parody of Hollywood. Um, the funniest thing I seen was in the movie Sausage Party. Oh yeah, I thought Sausage Party was very funny. I don't like, like I used to like Seth Rogen and all, but like a lot of those guys got ruined for me because they're just like such egregious sellouts. But there is like, depending on the art, it is still quite easy to separate the art from the artist. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you still listen to Michael Jackson music despite all the fucking. And like, part of me does think that that he didn't really do anything wrong. He was just very weird and broken because of his childhood and stuff. Like he was a very traumatized individual. And so some of the music is just incredible. Sausage Party, the interview, and Pineapple Express are fucking hilarious. Now, Sausage Party is a bit egregious. It's a bit it's a bit gratuitous with the sexual stuff. But it is really funny. Like the potato getting peeled and he's like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" Like it's really funny. Like the fucking the Indian fire water bottle is like, stereotypically Indian. You're like, "How?" And all like is loads of bits in that movie are like really really fucking funny. But it's just like it's basically porn in so many ways. Like, it's very over the top with the sexual stuff. Um, and the fact that it was like, obviously it wasn't geared towards kids, but like because it's done in that childlike animated style, I just found a lot of it to be really like creepy. Even back then and I wasn't like this back when I watched it, and even when I watched it back then, I was like, that's a bit much. Like, do you know what I mean? It was kind of like it was just too much of it. Just went over the top, like. Um, when the when the lady bun tries to put on a Jamaican accent, she starts out Jamaican and ends up in a West Cork accent in the same sentence. Is it because he's funnier than you? Who? Who's funnier than me? I mean, there's a lot of people funnier than me. Why you know love Jackie Blackie, eh? Oh, fucking because of what I said. Like these people, like a lot of them are egregious sellouts. Like a lot of them are like just fake. And I know they're actors, you know what I mean? But like there's a lot of people that I still have respect for, you know? Like Will Smith is an awful cook and like just a fucking horrible person. Like Jack Black is just a awful retard and a sellout. It's a lot of them when they get too involved in politics. I'm just like, ugh, because like I find that to be dishonorable to an insane degree when you use your following, but through your like appearances in movies and the fact that people are fans of your work and your roles in movies and stuff like that. And if you use that to steer people politically, I think that's borderline demonic. Um, I think that's borderline demonic. I have a disdain for people like that. Um, Very dark and yeah, like bring your head flashlight. What was that in? Wouldn't be surprised if MJ got too close to the JQ and they got him smeared publicly. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I liked Tenacious D too. I liked it. I thought the Pick of Destiny was really funny. I love Kung Fu Panda. Do you know what I mean? Um, I loved Kung Fu Panda. The second and third one, like, the second one's worse than the first one. Third one's like pretty shit. First one's amazing. The first Kung Fu Panda is fucking awesome. Tenacious D is a very funny movie, and I loved School of Rock. I really liked School of Rock. I thought it was really funny. Um, but yeah, what I said still stands. Like that's how I feel and think about a lot of those people now. Like I used to love The Rock, and now I'm just like, oh my god, what a fucking horrible prick. Like what an absolute asshole. Like, do you know what I mean? Um, like some of them are really bad. Like really, really, really bad. Like, where they've used their fan base. Uh, they've parasitically sucked off their fan base to a demonic degree. Like, and I have no respect for that at all. Like, um, I loved him then. Yeah, like now feels kind of sad. Yeah, like that's what like I did. It did depress me when I was on my like truther journey in many ways. When I was like figuring out that a big one for me was Jim Carrey. Now it's not like he turned out to be like. I still like Jim Carrey, but um I don't like, I haven't seen Jim Carrey mentioned in any like scandals or anything like that, and that's one of the reasons I still like him. But I just have like, overwhelming skepticism now with all of these people that claimed to be like philanthropists and like, really good to their fans and all this shit. Like, now, having said that, there are some that you can tell are like really good people. Denzel Washington seems to be solid. Samuel L. Jackson and his missus seem to be solid. From what I've seen, I could be wrong. Like I don't like spend time really investigating this shit. So they could be, for all I know, they could be fucking a part of loads of dark stuff. But it was like I said with fucking like Henry Cavill seems to be based. Like he actively turns down money because it goes against his honor and like his integrity. Especially when it comes to things that like he likes, which I think that's how it should be. I think that's how you should conduct yourself in those realms, is like you should have the impulse control and the dignity and the sense of honor to be like, no, I'm not taking your money. That's not like I'm not doing that shit. Like, um, go figure that an open Satanist is losing popularity. Yeah, like one of the main things that really turned me off Jack Black in particular was when he was like fucking he was doing like political rallies for like fucking was it Hillary Clinton and stuff. I was just like, dude, like, and his mother being the fucking bitch that allegedly wrote the fucking mathematical programs that got the lunar lander to the fucking moon and all. I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, it's like there's a load of, it's exactly what Cat Williams says and stuff like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Where like there's a fuckload of them in Hollywood who are in the group. And then there's a load of them that weren't in the group and had a really hard time being successful after they turned down being in the group. Like Mel Gibson, Cat Williams, like, got like, basically blacklisted from the comedy world for a long time and he had to do stuff independently. I think the same thing happened to Eddie Griffin, but I'm not sure. Fucking, you know, like to mention another comedian, Norm Macdonald was obviously very like independent. But like even like I'd say one of the reasons why he drank so much is like dealing with those people on a fucking daily basis was just like heartbreaking shit. Like um it's very similar to the same thing with Will Ferrell. Like loads of stuff with Will Ferrell and all and Mark like I love that movie, The Other Guys. Um and The Rock and Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg are in that, and so is Sam L. That's that's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Is The Other Guys, and I have absolutely no respect or want to watch any of the movies now of The Rock, Will Ferrell, or Mark Wahlberg. I feel like Mark Wahlberg sounds like an absolute scumbag, and I used to like him. I really liked that movie. Was it called Shooter, where he was like that former sniper who like he was used as a patsy um, for like a presidential attempted presidential assassination. I thought that was a really solid action movie. It was really cool. Um, I liked The Departed. I thought it was like dark and like it kept you on your toes because I was like, holy shit, everybody's just like murking each other at the end and all that. Um, it is demonic. I feel like there is a line where up until '90s, early 2000s, we could still enjoy a lot of shit, but now it's clear what it actually. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Sure, we talk about that on this stream on the regular, like where like all the movies that we used to love. It's not just movies; it's video games, franchises, all that shit. Like Star Wars got ruined, Lord of the Rings got ruined. Um, like when you're talking about video games, like Assassin's Creed got ruined, Far Cry, Far Cry got ruined. It's got something stuck in my tooth. Can't get it. It's actually hard to find a franchise that has been around for a while. Oh, so me mustn't. It's hard to find an intellectual property or a franchise that has been around for a long time that hasn't been infected by the woke horde. Star Trek has been ruined. Fucking when they got to Games Workshop, when they got to Warhammer, I was like, what? Really? Fuck. Like they're going for everything. Everything. You know? Like I don't watch the amount of movies that have come out in the past at least 10 years that I just haven't paid attention. And it's like that with video games as well. It's like that with video games as well. Like I know there's still some good like decent video games coming out. And I've seen like a few movies come out that I end up watching like way later. I was like, oh, that was actually pretty good. But even then, you can still notice it. You can still notice the taint. You can still notice the corruption. You know, the shoehorned in political fucking propaganda shit. It's disgusting. It's foul. It's utterly foul. And anyone like involved in it clearly has no integrity. You know. Like I don't care if you're even just like a set designer on one of those movies or some shit like that. Like you know, like the fact that you don't have the integrity to be like, oh fuck this, I'm not doing this. I'm not being a part of this. Like especially with some of them that are like really, really like woke, on the nose woke. Like some of the more subversive ones, like you'd have a bit of leeway with because it's like it's not like they have anything to do with it, and it's their job and so on and so forth. Like, and if they turned around and were like, look, yeah, I completely agree with you. Like, I'm against all this like woke horrible shit. Like, but like, look, I got to pay the bills and stuff or whatever like that. Like, there's a point, you know. there's a spectrum, like a scale of like if you're one of the people that like was working on the last three Star Wars movies, or even the last couple of like fucking what the Star Wars did, any of the Star Wars that Disney did are like they're all disgusting. They're all trash. They're all fucking disgusting trash. Like, what's that cunt? The fucking and it's a lot of women. Like didn't Orwell say that like the women were the most devoted to Big Brother's like propaganda and brainwashing and all. The women, especially the young women, were the biggest preachers, the most like devoted fucking like sycophantic dogmatic lunatics when it came to like the message and like the. And I've seen that for years now, where it's like it's always like it's a meme, liberal white woman, like do you know what I mean? Like they're fucking disgusting. Like they're the type of people I would either imprison or hang. Everything from like they're abusing their kids because they're the whole hormone stuff and trans shit, or they're actively like they're actively spreading, what I would call like a mental illness. If I didn't hang them, imprison them, I'd like send them to like some kind of like mental institution. Now obviously you could get into the whole like modern mental institutions, like do they actually fix people? I would argue no, but like when it comes to cunts like that, I wouldn't care. I'd fucking make them a fucking vegetable and throw them away. Like don't take Jim from me. Well, I did. Yeah, I still like Jim Carrey. I still have respect for Jim Carrey. Like I said, I don't think he was in any scandals or anything like that from what I've seen. And there was that point in time where like he went all kind of like Jesus and grew a beard and left the movie scene for a while. Was painting, was like very depressed and stuff like that, and then. He went on various podcasts and interviews and all. He was talking about like the Illuminati and the Christos fluid and all this stuff. Like he was talking about a lot of esoteric shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if he eventually got to the stage where he was just like, all right, I'm out or whatever. But then he was in like the Sonic movies that I haven't seen, so I can't say anything. I haven't seen like how he's. I haven't seen the Sonic movies. I don't know if they're like really woke. I would assume they are because they're like for kids and they came out recently and pretty much all of that shit has woke propaganda in it. But I did hear that a lot of the Sonic movies were quite good. There's like 3 of them now or something in there. So that's like I try not to give it too much thought because you can't like it's a waste of time. It's another thing that just sucks your energy and shit like that where you're like wondering all this stuff and shit like that. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not like I hate these people, I try not to hate anyone. There's a few people that like I feel that hatred for, but like I try not to hate anyone. If anything, I try to like have pity for them, and like just see them as like weak cowards and stuff like that. Like yeah, Paul Rudd's a fucking demon. Paul Rudd, like during COVID and all, I was like, you fucking piece of shit. Like that guy I'd lock up for a while. And I'd like ban from being in movies or something. I'd be like, you're not allowed to be in the public. Fuck you, like. Oh man, he's disgusting. He's a disgusting human being, he is. Yeah, no kidding. The Rock is done now. No one cares anymore. Hope you saved all your money and got your dirty closet all sewn up. Yeah, the fucking The Rock's a really bad one. I would put The Rock nearly on the same level as Paul Rudd and Jack Black. Jim is an odd one. He probably got messed up from doing too much channeling. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I don't like. I still have love for Jim Carrey. I grew up Ace Ventura and Liar Liar and I like. I loved Jim Carrey. Um, and like I said, I haven't seen anything like really fucked up come out about him. So I was like, eh. um, Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon, and Mel Gibson are all based. I don't think Mark Wahlberg is based. I think Mark Wahlberg is a piece of shit from what I've seen. So I don't know if he's a piece of shit. I just think he's a piece of shit. Matt Damon does seem cool. Matt Damon seems alright. Mel Gibson's an absolute legend. Keanu Reeves is cool, but he's really fucking weird. I've seen some shit with Keanu Reeves in interviews where I'm like, dude, really? Ugh. I seen him in an interview with your one who plays Trinity, and they were talking about the fact that with AI, they can like. I don't think they were like directly or openly talking about it, but I think the subject matter kind of like vaguely came up around the concept of someone putting an AI of you, like if you're a famous person, they could take your face and put it on like something sexual or pornographic. And Keanu Reeves was like, "That's amazing. How cool is that?" And all like, and you could tell that your one that played Trinity was like, "That's fucking wrong." Like she was you could tell by her body language and aura that she felt like a bit uncomfortable to be on the sofa beside Keanu, which gave me a lot of pause. Um, Matt Damon is a lefty, but he has some bass takes. Yeah, like some of the shit I've seen. That's why I said what I said. Some of the shit I've seen about Matt Damon, I'm like, he seems okay. Like he seems alright. Like he doesn't seem anywhere near as bad as the rest of them. Like in so many ways. Um, that movie is hilarious. Which one? I can't remember now. God, I don't play. Um, oh, the fucking the other guys. Yeah, the other guys is hilarious. Wahlberg is an unapologetic Catholic. I thought that was brave. Yeah, but the Catholics are fucked, man. Like if you're talking about like the public zeitgeist, the public sector, like the Catholics are like totally fucking corrupted. And I saw some ads like, like come to Christ and all, and we talk about Christ and shit. I get a really demonic vibe off them. Like seriously demonic vibe off those people. Like the whole Donma thing that I was talking about. Like like listening to David Icke talk about the Sabbatine Frankists and like the original Sabbateans and the whole idea of the Donma who like they infiltrated like in religious institutions under the guise of like we are this but we're not, like wolves in sheep's clothing, like and like there's just something about Wahlberg that I've heard very dark stuff. I just googled a Kevin Sorbo quote I saw recently. He was the old Hercules. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo, like I don't really have a strong opinion on him. But I loved The Legend of Hercules. I loved Andromeda. Um, I loved watching his stuff when I was younger. Seemed like a cool dude. I don't know though. I haven't seen enough to like form an opinion on that. Um, The Departed is goated. Jack Nicholson playing not Whitey Bulger. Excellent. I've only ever seen it once, and I did enjoy it. Sorbo is based. Is he? That's good to hear. When I typed that into Google, nothing came up. Nothing. When you typed what into Google, nothing came up. Hoping Cavill can write the ship at Games Workshop for the Amazon series. He is the head producer and lead actor. Um, let's all move to Tegrity Farms. Um, fuck it. It's a hilarious episode that is. Is a Stan? No, Randy. Yeah, Randy's such a hilarious character. Loads of South Park is just fucking hilarious, but they did sell out during COVID. But at the same time, I don't like. I don't know. It seems like they've called out a lot of shit and they've taken the piss out of a lot of shit. They've spilled a lot of beans and truth and stuff like that, like through their comedy. But I do kind of have a respect. Like I do like it's similar to the Joe Rogan and Alex Jones thing, where it's like they turn out to be such blatant hypocrites that I'm like, I can't respect that shit. But you can't really like if you got a knock on your door and these people just showed up at your house and were like, if you don't keep your mouth shut, we'll kill you. I I have empathy and sympathy for these people that would be utterly terrified in that position. I would be like, oh shit, like, is this for real or what's going on? But at the same time, I'd be like, it's more of a spiritual test. But then again, like I was saying at the start of the stream, is like these people don't give a fuck. They will they will kill you. If they like like if they wanted to, they can. Like it comes at a risk, comes with blowback, and it'll probably come out eventually. But depending on where you are on the board, and depending on how much like fucking like Owen even said that he used to sit on the fucking porch with a shotgun because he genuinely thought at one point that people were going to come and try and take him out. Um, but that's I think he is right where it's like it's only if you compete. So in order to maintain your integrity and honor, you have to stop playing. You have to stop competing and just shift. Whereas those like Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, and who was I just talking about there? The South Park guys, um, were probably in positions where they were like, "Well, I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing, but I don't want to be like a hypocrite and a sellout, but I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing." And like, and then like they kind of folded. So I understand that, but that doesn't sit right with me. I would like to think that if I ended up in that position, that I would have the same kind of response as Owen. That's why people respect Owen so much because he was like, no, fuck you guys, I'm not doing this, I'm not playing this game, I'm out, and like went from earning 30 grand a week to 20 quid, like 20 quid a day or like 20 quid an hour, working with his brother doing tree work. So like he took the hit. He took the financial hit. He took the social hit. He took all the arrows. So karmically and spiritually, if they had like killed him then, it probably would have been blatantly obvious. And that's why they were like, no, yeah, there's no point. Like, he's not part of our game anymore. Whereas with Joe Rogan, it's such a platform and was connected to all of these people and shit, and he was also in the UFC and still is, as far as I know, he's still commentating for the UFC. So I can see Joe just being like, I don't wanna though, like which makes him a coward, which makes him a bitch and a coward, which makes him a hypocrite because he was always like, you gotta conquer your inner bitch and all this shit. Which is one of the things that loads of us respected about him, So it's like it is that thing of like everybody's a hypocrite to a degree because you can't see your own blind spots. That's why you have to surround yourself with people who you trust and they love you enough to tell you harsh truths. But then you have to be honorable enough to listen to those criticisms. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, and you can kind of tell that Joe Rogan and Alex Jones are like addicted to their sins, kind of thing. Like, and like, it's not that I don't understand that. Like, it's like I still fucking smoke. It's like, I get it, but I'm gonna be honest about like how I feel about things. Like, another good actor is Neil McDonough. Refuses to kiss women in front of the camera out of faithfulness to his wife. Good dude. I don't know that guy. I probably would if I saw him, but I don't know him by name. Uh, Stay away from Steamy Ray Vaughan and Steamy Nicks. Don't know them. We got to make an actual list of watchable movies, like the least tainted stuff we can find. Either that or we start fresh. Well, it's both. there's still plenty of stuff that like, you know, the original Lord of the Rings series is incredibly based. The original Star Wars series is fairly based. In many ways, there's still a lot of like, you know, grabbling there, but like most of the stuff before like 2010 ish is like still all right as long as you're aware of what you're watching. And there are still some things that come out now that are quite good, um, and like have very little taint to them. But yeah, like we like it's already happening. Like like more independent stuff in the gaming world, in the movie world, stuff like that. Like it is happening. It's been happening for a few years already, where like independents are making stuff that gets like millions of views and stuff like that. Like, you know, which is why the internet is being clamped down and why the EU is being like censored with speech and stuff like that, because they're losing control. So they have to be like, no, no, like, you know, and they're flailing right now. The last 5 years in particular, post COVID and stuff like that, they've totally lost most people, but they still have enough people on the tit that they're still able to pull off what they're doing, like, which is what the Epstein file release is about. Is like they're basically just like demoralizing and mocking people and traumatizing people in an attempt to like um one, stave off the inevitable of the empire falling, and two, they are desperately trying to get enough of us to want to kill the Jews in quotes, so they can repeat the whole Holocaust narrative thing, which is why anti-Semitism is so big and why, like, you know, the racist shit is so big and stuff like that. Because if they can get you if they can get you to bite and get you to get murderous, then they can shift all the blame to you and be like, look at these violent, homophobic sycophants and all this shit, like, and then the whole thing starts all over again. So the most important thing is that, like, that's why I love the bear community so much. That's why I respect Owen so much, because he hit the nail on the head with that thing in particular, where it's like the way to defeat this shit in the scenario that we're in, when we are in this world but not of it, Jesus style, is detach from the system as much as you can and build your own system. Build your own communities, build your own things from the ground up, do your own stuff. That's one of the reasons why I've kept Painting You going, like, even when I'm like fucking struggling financially and shit like that, is because people need stuff like this. People need, like, I need this. like it's not just for the Japanites. Like, I need this. I like Iron Man Bear hit the nail on the head when he was like, you use this as like a fucking therapy session. Yes, I do. I need this in my life, where I have, even though it's on a screen, at least I have people that I can just be authentically me and speak my mind to, and they're like, yeah, you're not alone. Because people like us are surrounded by cowards, like brainwashed idiots, like midwits, which I have sympathy for, and, like, you know, fucking, like, loads of them have the potential to go, oh shit, like, I'm being a retard, like I did, like, fucking 10 odd years ago or whatever, like that, like. But there is a fuck ton of people who are like totally bought in with their victim consciousness and their the what would you virtue signaling and stuff like, I'm a good person, I'm not a racist, I'm blah 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 blah. Those people are like steeped in evil. As far as I've heard, there's the Bible makes a distinction between evil and wicked. We all have the capacity for evil, but those who are wicked are willfully anti-Christ, anti-good, true, beautiful. As like Vox would say, they are the bad, false, and ugly. Bad, false, and ugly, willfully. You know, not out of sin, because everybody sins. But those people are like literally intentionally trying to propagate this disgusting fucking menace, this parasitical mind virus, like. And that's why I like Tom Barnett so much, because he recently put out a stream thing that's like 40 minutes long or something, And he broke it down very well, where it's like the thing to do is very similar to what Owen preached, pretty much the same thing that Owen preaches, where it's like they project a frequency, and the way to survive what is happening around us right now is to just not engage. You project the frequency of good, true, beautiful, but when that frequency comes at you, you just block it. You just like what's that Owen says? It's like the real N word isn't nigger, it's no. And like it's like Neo in the Matrix with the agents at the end of the hallway, and they're like, "You're gonna die" and all this shit, and he's just like, "No, no, no. You boundaries, no. Set the limit. Set the fucking like." Reduce your own sin as much as possible. Become as spiritually, mentally, physically disciplined as you can. Like, clean your vessel and your mind and your spirit of all, like, as much evil as you can. Become a node, become a projector of good, true, beautiful light, because it's getting darker and darker and darker because people are getting weaker and more stupid, and it's spreading and stuff like that. At the same time, there are people like us who are popping up all over the place. But a lot of them are grifters. A lot of them are liars. They're seeing the shift in the market and they're going, "Oh, I can make a lot of money off of truthers," in quotes. So like, that's why it's so important to like level up your awareness and discernment of what's going on, because you need to be able to spot these fuckers who, what was it they say about the devil? Is like the devil can quote scripture. They can say stuff that's true, but their behavior is bad, false, and ugly. You know, so it's like it's frustrating, it's exhausting, and it's like all of these things, but it's not as frustrating and it's not as exhausting if you just do the inner work. If you do the inner shadow work of understanding how, like, ultimately, like Tom Barnett had more of a like esoteric, more of a descriptive like summary of what it is, where it's like it's like, yeah, the meme that Owen shared over the last 2 days, where like it goes from like, oh, it's the Democrats, oh, it's the Republicans or the conservatives, oh, it's the elites, oh, it's a fucking secret cabal Illuminati, oh, it's actually all the Jewish fucking bloodlines from like a death cult from like 1,000 years ago. And then it's like, it's us, it's our sin. They are a mirror of us. We have allowed this collectively to happen. So the way through it is to accept all accountability and responsibility and be like, the only reason that this is continuing, the only reason it has gotten this bad is because we have allowed it to get this bad. The only reason that we are engaging these things and experiencing these problems and obstacles is because we have a part in creating it. Our fear, our lust, our wrath, our pride, our gluttony, our sloth, like all of it has manifested their ability to perform wickedness upon us to the degree that they have. So you just need to just plug yourself out in a matrix and face real life, you know, hardship, pain. You need to feel the pain of reality, feel the pain of growth. And like, I've literally experienced, like, for the first time in the past year, after like being very depressed and very tired and exhausted and going through all sorts of personal stuff and blah blah, even though at the same time I was like, oh well, at least this is happening and this is happening, I'm not making a lot of money, but like I'm meeting new people and I'm doing this, and it's like, that's probably what kept me going, was just like, just keep going. Everything is as it should be. Everything is good, true, and beautiful. Just have faith. Just have hope. Just keep fucking going. Like, even when you're tired, even when you're weak, like, yes, it didn't work out for months, and now in the last like month or two, I've like gotten back into it. But like, that is what it is like, physically, spiritually, and mentally. Do the work. Shut up and train. Like, I think Jim does some stuff consciously knowing he is in character within a character and it doesn't touch him. Yeah, Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, all part of the collective us. Yeah. Where am I now? Fucking. Uh. A little woke, but I would say safe for kids. Took my boys to Sonic 3. Jim Carrey brought the laughs for the kids in a lighthearted way. Yeah, well, that's that's. I'm glad. It's very reassuring because I had a feeling he was good. I never saw wickedness in him. Like obviously sin, like do you know what I mean? Like, but we all have that. Like so. Since when was weird bad? Yeah. I never thought weird was bad. I'm weird. Um. Yeah, yeah. The word I get why Finola likes the word weird because weird is the original like magic. People who were weird were like magical. In a modern connotation, weird was seen as a pejorative. Oh yeah, Mel Gibson is a fucking legend. I love Mel Gibson. He's fucking class. Come to Christ, Christ will come to you. Yeah, like I'm starting to see that where it's like it's not about being a Christian. Do you know what I mean? It's like one of the. It's like it's the message, not the branding. You know, which is why I give Christians shit because it's like you guys are doing the same. Like it's all fucking corrupt. Like do you know what I mean? Same with the Catholics and the Muslims and Jews and all. Like it's all bullshit. Like the knowledge, the wisdom, the truth contained within the various esoteric teachings and ideologies and religious teachings. That's what's good. But it's all been corrupted. Just like the media, just like, various, like the government's political institutions. Like, uh, I've prepared a friendly list for you. Oh, I already have a list. Like, I'm on season 5 of Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack is incredible for renewing, especially just for somebody like me, because I vibe with the whole Japanese thing. Samurai Jack is an incredible example of battling evil in an enlightened, like stoic, just like disciplined way. Like Samurai Jack is fucking awesome, and like I had never seen this far in Samurai Jack, and the first episode of season 5, where it's like 50 years after season 4. It was so fucking cool. I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Like Jack turns into a total badass. Like it was really cool to see. Like I'm really enjoying the last season so far. Um, yeah, the Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and Return of the King are like so fucking good. And yes, like I never read the books, and yes, they changed a lot of stuff and they left a lot of stuff out. But like even people who would say that the books are better and stuff like that still acknowledge that Peter Jackson did an incredible job with those 3 movies, especially when you watch the extended versions that are like 5 hours long. So as long as we can all agree on Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Question 1 on the New World entry questionnaire. Yeah, yeah, like fucking. Do you have Brown Rain up there yet with all those cheats, Stabberoo? Oh, jeez. Oh, that's disgusting. Not that they haven't tried to subvert that too with the Amazon series. Oh, well, that's what I mean. Yeah, I mean, like they've got to everything. Like that's what I realized when they got to Games Workshop. I was like, fuck me, they've gotten to everything. Like that's crazy. Like because Games Workshop was so like not mainstream. Games Workshop and Warhammer 40k and Warhammer and all were not mainstream. Like it was the realm of the nerds, like Magic the Gathering and fucking Yu-Gi-Oh and shit. Like it's like, well, no, Yu-Gi-Oh was pretty mainstream. Like there was never like a Warhammer TV series. There was only a few Warhammer games like in the mid like 2010, 2015 era. Like, do you know, the first Space Marine game was fucking class. They did have Dawn of War, but still not mainstream. Not a lot of people knew about it. Not a lot of people played them and stuff like that. Like, and it was basically just like relegated to the realm of nerds. So when the woke horde got their grips on Warhammer, I was like, fuck me, they've gone deep. They are making a like a concert, like they are putting the work in. Like, you know what I mean? Like they made damn sure they got to everything that was remotely masculine and based. Everything. Which is like all like fucking impressive, to be honest. Like, I mean, you gotta give the devil its due in that sense, where it's like, fuck me, like that's some amount of like everything. Like, I refuse to acknowledge its existence. Oh yes, like what the new Star Wars and shit, the new Lord of the Rings, the Lord of the Rings Amazon thing, the Power of the Ring. You'd think that, but we get so much rain it all washes away. That's hilarious. Let them at it. Nothing can tough the OG. Touch the OG. Yeah, I mean, like that's it. It is one of those things where, like I said that a long time ago, where I was like, they can destroy all these things. We'll just make new ones. I'm gonna stick some music on, and I'm gonna take a piss, and then I'm gonna catch up on chat, and then I gotta go. I'll be back in a minute. Oh Jesus. Oh, jeez. Woo! Nothing like draining the dragon. Okay, right. I'm gonna catch up on chat. Make sure I get to everyone's comments, and then I gotta book. Creating the parallels to the Upside Down is how we maintain our sanity. Yeah, like I'm really excited in many ways to see the new stuff coming out that people are creating, and like they're obviously creating stuff that like not only like speaks about what we've spoken about and do speak about and all, like, but they're creating stuff that like re-emboldens the spirit of like, no, this is what it means to be human, you know, and this is what morality is, and this is what honor is, and all these things. You are definitely not allowed Yeah, I know, yeah. I don't feel alone, but I do get a little bit lonely, if that makes any sense. Because I don't have people in my physical reality. But I do now. You know, there's a few people from creative places. There's yourself. I know you live up north and stuff, like, you know, but if the workshop works out the way the workshop works out, like, you know, we'll at least be able to, like, um, convene and fucking speak about things in the regular, like, um, but it's like, yeah, it's one of those things. I've mentioned it in creative places and also at the Tarts stuff, the other community group that we're forming, where it's like one of the most important things is whatever about art stuff and creative endeavors and shit like that. Like, that's all well and good, but what people really need in a lot of ways is just this, but in person. Just like sitting around having a cup of tea or, like, you know, a few drinks around a campfire or something like that, and like just acknowledging that, like, this situation. You know, we are ninjas inheriting the earth, while most get sucked into distractions. We are rising. Hashtag the revolution will not be televised. Great song and true. Yeah, it's very similar to, like, you'd love the bear community. You'd fucking love the bear community. Um, so I was saying it to me mate Damo there the other day. I was like, you should check it out. I mean, they have their own social media. Owen's streams are incredible. They're funny. They're informative. They're fun. The community's hilarious. Um, for guys like me, it's a bit of a pain in the hole that, like, I almost never catch it live, so, which means, like, I'm not really in the Speakeasy Saloon, the Telegram chat that's, like, always going. So I don't get to interact in the way that I would like to interact most of the time. Like, every so often I get to, if I, like, make room for it. But I think I'm almost sure that, like, most of the Bears, and Owen himself would agree that, like, um that shouldn't be a priority for me. Like, do you know what I mean? And it never has been. A priority for me is always, like, the work, my own personal work here, as, like, not just a member of the bear community, but, like, to make myself as powerful as possible in as many ways as possible, so that I can do good work here. And, like, part of me would like to kind of repair the Irish Bear Group and get it going again. And I've said this many times. It's like, as much as I can, give back, not just financially but also creatively, to the bear community. Um, and I have been able to do it in my own small little way, you know. But definitely the past year, I've, like, gone off the rails a bit. I've been going through shit, like, you know. But I think I'm coming out the other side of it. And in fairness, Finola called that, you know. Brown Rain, good Prince tune, Prince Aladdin. It's not getting darker. It's just more visible than ever before. No, it's the bell curve thing. Like, while, like, it's getting more polarized. Some of it's getting darker and darker and darker and darker, while some of it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter, and that polarization is increasing the amount of energy in between. Um, like, I understand, I agree with you in that sense that, like, all is being revealed. We are experiencing the apocalypse, but as the nature of an apocalypse is not just a revelation of knowledge and just a revealing and stuff like that, like I was talking about earlier, is like, there's, like, a lot of people are gonna die. A lot of, like, it's gonna, like, there's a great, like, plumage coming of, like, there is gonna be a lot of people that freak the fuck out. You can see it in the zeitgeist. Everyone's talking about fatigue and exhaustion and fatigue of this and fatigue of that, and, like, they're really angry at the Jews and it's the Jews and all this stuff. And hopefully, hopefully, because of things like the internet and, like, you know, various peoples and communities being like, violence isn't the answer, and, like, you don't have, like, you know, you can't kill evil and stuff like that. Like, hopefully, it won't be a major event. Um, but I have a feeling that kind of has to happen. You know, like it's one of those spiritual things where it's like the really bad stuff, the pain has to happen for the people that will feel the pain and go, oh fuck, like we can't allow this. And then change comes, you know. Um the icky dredge riseth to the surface so we can cleanse it. Yeah, you know, it doesn't start with the Jew. It starts with it doesn't start with the Jew. It starts with you. You are the Jew. Kill the Jew in you. Um, yes, it is all of us. The only way to accept it all. Yes, it is and has been, and no, it will not continue. Yeah, like I do think we're entering. I do think we're. I think right now we're the caterpillar, and we are now entering the cocoon. And I don't know how long the cocoon will last, but like I think we're entering the cocoon where like major changes take place, and then the butterfly comes out the other side of it. But that's why I think that there is still an incredible amount of pain to come, and it's uh, it's fascinating, and it does give me hope. But I like on a personal level, I think I'm realizing that I have like kind of a responsibility because I'm very powerful. And I know a lot of people who don't know me would say like, "Oh, like you're powerful, you're very powerful. You think you're the shit or something." It's like, no, it simply is just a reality. I've always been able to like draw people to me and like get people going and like make people feel better in various ways, whether it be like on a like making them laugh or showing them things or talking to them and sharing my mindset. Um, and I've had to learn how to like manage that, and I am learning how to manage that like to a more adult degree, where like I'm very like I have a very strong aura, um, which is all well and good, but if you don't know how to use it, it may as well just be like I may as well just be a fucking toddler walking around like fucking smashing Jenga blocks and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I have to get my shit together, otherwise I'll actually cause more damage than good. So I have a responsibility to learn how to like not only hide my power from those who would use it against me, but also use my power responsibly and become more efficient. I'm not very efficient. I'm fun. I'm whimsical. I'm like like I'm good at keeping morale up sometimes. Like if unless I'm in a shit mood or something. Like it's like I know I can like bring people down kind of because it's like it's the polarization of that where it's like I can get people really excited about shit and bring the energy of a room up and make people laugh, or I can do the opposite where I can like kind of make everyone a bit pessimistic and like scared and shit. Like so that's what I'm discovering now where I'm kind of like, oh, okay, you know, I still have a lot of work to do, you know. Not that the work ever ends, obviously, but like I wasn't where I thought I was. And I suppose in that sense it is like ironic because like I do a lot of introspection to stop myself from becoming arrogant. But in a sense I have been arrogant. Probably more complacent than arrogant. Um Yeah, I've definitely been very complacent, little bit arrogant, but I've definitely been complacent. Um, Especially of late with the Elijah Schaefer and Fuente stuff, people don't understand how much BB cares about these young people. Deceivers need to be pointed out and shunned. Yeah, definitely, completely agree. Catch up, yo. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I meant a list of personal call you on your BS stuff. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Drive, Alex. Let's do it, revolutionary. Yeah, that's one of the things in my life I'll probably have to sort out. Is like when I get a bit of money under me, I'll get a license and get myself a car. Um, I kind of I've always wanted a Mini Cooper. I know that's gay. Um, they shut down the stream for copyright. We make our own tunes. We all persist. Yeah, like, well, that's what, like, we haven't been hit with the copyright thing at all because of the, like, you know, it's, you work around it. It'll be like water, my friend. Like, you know, and I've made an effort the last while to start uploading to Rumble as well. Because I have thought about that. I'm like, if I even blow up a little bit, they'll cut me right off YouTube. So like, and that would be very like irresponsible of me because you guys have put so much work in and enjoyed so much, and we've created so much here together that I owe it to you guys to make sure that Painting Goo, like just like Owen did, I owe it to you guys to make sure that there's like as much of it saved somewhere as possible. Because like we have gone on a little bit of a journey together, you know, all the like mascots and the jokes and the lore and all this stuff. Like, I'd like to meet the bears. You basically are one, just not in name yet. I'm way overdue. I'm way overdue for a brew and bonfire night. Been far too long. Yeah, same. Bears are good people. Wish there were some near me. Ideally, I'd love hanging out with you lot. But one day, yeah, I know. That's exactly how I feel. It's like the internet stuff isn't enough. It's great, but it's not enough. Either way, all is well. Depends on your focus. Yeah, you know, like it's like I do subscribe to the whole thing of like the ultimate conspiracy theory is that everything's fine. No need to focus on the pain. No, yeah, I don't think you focus on it, but you definitely have to accept that it is a thing, you know. Like I definitely don't focus on my pain. I focus on I try to focus on just like creating. I try to focus on just doing the work. And I fail in that a lot of the time. But it depends on what work it is like. I notice myself slacking on the whole physical exercise thing. So the last few months I've gotten back on that. And it makes such of a difference. Makes such a difference, like. Yeah, feel it, acknowledge it, but keep yourself untouchable. Like, yeah, I'm working on that right now. Like I'm rebuilding my energy shield. I'm rebuilding my my reflection aura, you know, putting up boundaries and stuff. Just hop on a horse, yeah. Go pikey. That'd be hilarious. Jesus, no, I can't look at you in a mini. I've always wanted one ever since I seen the Italian Job, like with Jason Statham in it and shit. I was like, oh, I'd love a Mini Cooper. They're deadly little goers, like. And like a lot of the stuff I create artistically is kind of cute. Do you know what I mean? Like I do have like a mean, like cool, like aggressive, angular side to me and stuff, but like I have a really cute and cuddly side to me as well, like, and that's why I think the Mini Cooper appealed to me is because like they're very because I grew up in a suburb and stuff. I was very just like, yeah, I'd love a little goer, like, you know. A Mini would be way too gay for you. Alex. At least get a Land Rover. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I'd love a pickup truck. I'd love to get like a fucking if I could pick a vehicle to get, it would be a Toyota Hilux. I would love a Toyota Hilux. I'd fucking love one. I'd love one. It'd be so like fucking based. There's so many reasons. But I've heard Volvos are actually a really good car. Circa 2008. I seen one there I seen one on a YouTube short there the other day where your man was going on about like all the benefits of it, that it's like not electric for the most part, and it's got like, it gets great mileage, and it's got like a built-in sound system CD player that's really good and stuff and all, like, and yeah, like I'll have to like I'll more than likely get a bicycle again once I have like a bit of money under me, I'll get a bicycle. Because I really like cycling. And then who knows? I might end up like doing what my dad did and getting a bike. I would love a bike. There's a Kawasaki Ninja sitting in that fucking that place that I was doing the fucking Sweeney Todd set in, and it's that beautiful lightning blue. And I was when I was talking to Ben, and like I saw it in the bar, and I was just like, oh, that's a nice bike. Like, boundaries start within. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Is I'm like reestablishing that shit. Get over it, Alex. Let it go. It would be hilarious, but also like, I'm not gonna let you dictate what car I get. You know, we're not with that guy. I think it would be like, I think it would be worth it for the fun factor. Like, you know, like if just me getting over, I'd get a hot pink and black one. I get a hot pink and black one, like, you know. I'd fucking I like, part of me has always wanted to drive a car that's like hilariously like not masculine, like, because then you'd see me getting out of the thing. I'd be like, but you, what the fuck? Like, what car do you drive? This thing, and like, because you know the way like everyone calls car like it's a she. You know, oh, she needs this, she needs that. Like, oh, she's, you know, she burns through fuel, this, that, and the rest. So part of me always wanted to get like kind of a sexy car, like, yeah, like like, part of me always wanted to get like a really girly car, like, and then like people would just see me in it, like smoking with a big beard and shit. Like, I just think it'd be so funny, like. No, I wouldn't get a soft top. Because you can get soft top Mini Coopers. Can't you? I think you can. But yeah, I wouldn't get a soft top anything in case I flip the bitch. You're fucked. You're fucked if you flip a soft top. You're dead, you know? And I know that when I eventually do get a vehicle, I'll want to take it to like a racetrack at some point and like rip around in the thing and get a feel for like its mechanical limits and stuff, which is one of the things that tells me that I'd probably end up getting a bike, you know, because like I would love to just like take the fuck off in something like a Ninja, like, you know, or as what are those things called? Suzuki GSX-R 1000, like those proper fucking crotch rockets, like, you know. I met a guy in Sri Lanka with a big black motorbike. Sticker on the back said, "My girl is black." Never go full Miata. Yeah, definitely. I've got a neon green diesel VW pickup truck. Funny little thing. 50 miles per gallon. That's decent too. Rabbit pickup. It's silly looking. That's what I don't like. Don't get me wrong. Part of me has also always wanted like something that you know, the thing that John Wick drives, like an American muscle car. One of those things where like you start it and it's like you know, but they're too big. They're impractical. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, are we comparing rides now? Well, I can't because I don't have one. Right. I gotta go. Right, I'm at 3 hours now. I was supposed to fuck off at 2. Right. I hope you all have a good weekend. I'll play the fucking in honor of Stabaru Sama because he made all the tunes. Well, not all the tunes, but he made the outro tune. Outro tune. I'll play the tune. Where are we now? Remember to smash that like button like it has insulted your ancestors. And pay the monkey so he doesn't go hungry. Let me see. Here we go, yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed today's painting, Goo. I enjoyed painting for you. And fucking philosophizing and talking a load of shite.
You're welcome, Sister Fenora-sama.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Be good,
Paid for painting, goo.
be true,
Painting, goo.
and be beautiful.
Or you have no honor.
I will see you Monday.
Ancestors will shame you from the great beyond and turn in their grave and show you their ass. And fart at you. I hope you've enjoyed today's painting. I enjoyed painting for you. And fucking philosophizing and talking a load of shit. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. If you haven't paid for painting, pay for painting, go. Or you have no honor. And your ancestors will shame you from the great beyond and turn in their grave and show you their ass. And fart at you.
Sayonara, my beloved Jebediah, and I will see you soon. This final scene of you sums you up extraordinarily well. I know.
I hope you've enjoyed today's painting, Goo. I enjoyed painting for you. And fucking philosophizing and talking.
Have a beautiful weekend, my beloved Jebediah. God bless.
I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. If you haven't paid for painting, Goo, pay for painting.
You know it's bad when you're driving a hybrid and mocking someone else for their poor state,
The great beyond.
for their poor taste.
Grave and show you their ass.
Right, goodbye.